Before you buy a home in an HOA community, especially a 55 plus community, there are some things nobody tells you. HOAs can be great for keeping neighborhoods organized, but they can also become a serious problem if you don't understand how they work. I've been through HOA meetings where it took 3.5 years to fix a leaking pool. Plus, the HOA barely had any reserves. Meanwhile, 5 commercial buildings were built down the street at the same time. In one building I know, the HOA had only about $9,000 in reserves for a multi-million-dollar property. One plumbing leak ended up requiring a huge special assessment to the tune of $15,000 for every owner with no choice. So imagine this. You finally buy your dream retirement home. You found a beautiful neighborhood with a professional golf course, a brand new clubhouse, and of course, an Olympic sized pool. Everything looks perfect. Then your kids come to visit. Your grandchildren want to go swimming. And suddenly you discover something you didn't expect. The HOA rules say your guest can only stay a limited number of days. In some communities, your grandchildren can't even use the facilities unless you register them. Welcome to the HOA trap nobody talks about. Later in this video, I'm going to tell you about one HOA rule that actually forced the homeowner to repaint his entire home. Welcome to the second stage, the part of life nobody prepared us for. One thing that surprises a lot of people when they move into a retirement community is how many rules can actually control how you live your life in your own home. When people first visit these communities, they fall in love with the perfect landscaping, the beautiful homes, pools, and of course, golf courses. Everything looks like the perfect retirement lifestyle. But once you start reading the HOA rules and reading in between the lines, you sometimes realize these communities control much more of your life than you expected. How long guests stay, who can use the amenities, parking restrictions, and sometimes the rules become completely ridiculous. For example, I remember when I lived in Florida, my in-laws bought a home in an HOA community. One of the neighbors painted his home almost the exact same color as it was. But because they didn't get the color approved first, the HOA literally made him repaint the entire house. Imagine repainting a whole house just because the paperwork wasn't approved. And here's the real problem. Once you buy the home, it's not always easy to get rid of it if you discover the lifestyle isn't right for you. That's why I always suggest something simple. Before you buy in a community like this, rent. Spend a few months living there, talking to the neighbors, and of course, reading the HOA rules carefully. Because what often happens is this: people fall in love with the community until they start reading between the lines. And in the second stage of life, the real question isn't just, is this a beautiful home? The real question is this the life I actually want to live? If you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas and you have any questions, please give me a call.